And what made you decide to attend Lynchburg College?
Go ahead.
My father made me come to look at it, and I didn't want to come because I was from the big city, and I thought that this was, the country. It was I had a terrible attitude. But I was very much charmed by everybody I met, and actually, he and his roommate were sitting on the porch of Westover Hall the day that I visited in the summer, and I met him at that time. But it took me a long time to realize that he was who I had met. I don't know why, because he was the biggest man on campus in just about every way. It was intimidating because he was president of everything, and he wouldn't pay any attention to a silly little freshman girl. He doesn't like me saying that, but it's true.
Selective memories.
No.
I came because Lynchburg College offered me a job waiting tables at the dining hall. It made it possible for me to begin to pay my way through college.
That's right. And he worked everywhere on campus. I used to see him everywhere. I love seeing him in the dining hall. He was always in the dining hall when I went to eat.
So how did you two officially meet?
Well,
Go
I
ahead.
can tell you about our room. We lived in Old Westover Hall. He was on the third floor. I was on the second floor, and our rooms were right above. His was right above ours, mine. And his roommate was my connection leader, so to speak. They called him orientation leader at that point. We had a class, just like y'all do, once a week for, I guess, about half of the semester. And I noticed him, and I knew he was really smart, and I wanted to meet him. So I told his roommate that I wanted to meet him, and then we talked and discovered that we lived right below them. So that's kind of how we met. It took a long time for him to speak to me or ask me out on a date, and like me saying that, but I don't think he wanted to date a freshman. He was very busy. He worked hard, and he was very much focused on his studies. But I didn't relent.
Are there any traditions that have remained with Lynchburg College to this day?
A lot of them are gone, but
the sense of community that
yeah,
the
that's
student,
it. That's the strongest thing.
And it's something that the college is intentional about, and it's one thing that hasn't changed as the college has grown and evolved over the years. People look out for each other. Students
They do. They care for each other.
And
If you're connected to Lynchburg College, then we're going to care for you. If you ask for help, you're going to get it, and we like to celebrate with our people and welcome their people. Lynchburg College has a big heart, and
it's tangible, and
yeah, it is.
Prospective faculty members sense it when they come here to interview, and students who are on campus sense it. It's very real. We have new traditions. Our academic awards banquet is now in this 30 plus years, and it's
a
something
new
that
tradition.
almost no one does in terms of recognizing the students who get departmental awards and those kinds of things. So that's a long-standing tradition.
we still ring the bell after we win games, and that's something we did always when we were students. And it's so neat to hear that bell ring, because it's the same bell that we heard. And so it brings back a flood of memories every time that bell
It
rings.
was the bell for classes.
It
It
was,
used to be
yeah.
behind Hopwood Hall, and it was a student job to ring the bell at the appropriate time
Uh-huh.
to dismiss class and call classes. But having every student walk across the stage and shake the president's hands and receive a diploma is something that's been done here for a long, long time, and that hasn't changed even as
No.
the number of students graduating has grown from 200 to more than 500.
That's right. And we always had a celebration for the families afterwards, of some sort. It's grown. Boy, they seem to feed so many people these days. It's amazing.
Well, I think most of my memories are the people that I lived with in the dormitories and the faculty that I've worked with during in classes. It was a remarkable group of people in Westover Hall in every respect, and
Absolutely.
I wouldn't trade the kind of the memories of those folks for anything.
No, that's true, and there's one individual in particular that we were both very, very close to and loved dearly. That was his major professor, Dr. Shirley Rosser, who the Rosser Award, Teaching Award, is named for. I also took his class because he said if I was going to be his girlfriend, I had to learn physics. So I took physics with Dr. Rosser, and he absolutely was the most wonderful teacher. And some of our greatest memories are times that we spent with Shirley Rosser and his wife, Pat Rosser, both on campus and at their home, and then through the years. They were just wonderful, wonderful memories. And the Potters probably have the same memories because they knew them well too. And the other thing is, I'm looking out at the circle. What everybody calls the Dell now, we always call the circle. It's really an oval, of course, but that's it. There's just nothing nicer than sitting in the middle of the circle almost any time of the year, even in wintertime, and looking around you, and in the springtime watching the birds and the people and the squirrels, and it's a beautiful place, and it seems to have a spirit. We have loved being here. We've stuck around longer than most do, as have the Potters, and it's purely because we love this place. I mean, that's really, we've thought about retiring many, many times, and would love to do the things that others do, but we also love our jobs and love working with the students and everybody else here. It's it's a very, very nice environment that they stay in touch with us. That's part business and part personal. That's very important, because we like to know where where they go, and we care about them, and the people that they meet here. Well, you know how you get to know you can get to know your professors. They can be very helpful down the road to help you with your career decisions. Not everybody has made a decision when they graduate, of course, and it's always nice to be able to reconnect with some who knew you when you were studying, and the friends you meet now in school will probably be your friends for your entire life. Ours certainly have been.
If you take the time to keep up with them, that's true.
That's hard to do.
Yeah.
Some people are much better about that than others, and I'm very grateful for some of my classmates who are very good about that. And I try to be. Since I'm here, I can kind of pass information to others, and I do that a great deal. I like to do that. Reconnect with my own classmates and his.
The other advice is if you don't see the world in humorous terms, it's probably a good idea to figure out how to do so. I mean,
Yes.
People tend to be focused on goals, and that's good, but you need some time to have fun. One of the greatest things about being in a college environment is that there's lots of opportunity to laugh and have fun with your friends. So
That's right.
having a sense of humor and really taking the time to not be serious every moment of every day is a very important thing.